So break down, how do you arrange your training? Like what was because everybody has a routine that they kind of go back to because it works well for their schedule. They enjoy it, they can recover from it, et cetera, et cetera. How do you like to arrange your training? Like how often do you hit each muscle? What's the kind of arrangement of the split? I think listeners enjoy that because it's intriguing, especially for someone who has such a decorated contest history like yourself. How did you do things?
So I'm not one of these push-pull leg guys, which is the fad at the minute. Don't do that. What I want to do when I get in the gym, I want to train a muscle and I want to train it to 100%. We already know that. I train to failure. But when I train a muscle, I don't want to limit or harm or cause any detriment to the muscle I'm training with. So I'll always train at antagonistic muscles so I can wear both of them out and they're going to both give 100%. So for instance, I would train a chest with a bicep. I'd train legs with shoulders. You can split those down, but you could train one and it's not going to affect the other. But in that, so when you train your chest and your biceps, on another day you train your back and your triceps. So when you look at the triceps, in fact, you've trained your triceps several times that week because you've trained them on your chest day, not directly, indirectly, and you've trained it on your tricep day. And you're training your biceps, you're training that several times a week. So what the preferred method for me was to train my whole body over a period in the week. It could be 3, it could be 4 days. And then I would repeat day 1 in the week again. So there would be one big body part trained twice. So it might be 1 week, it might be chest twice. The next week, it would be back twice. The third week, it would be legs twice. When you start putting this all together, when you look at it, every week, you've got a change in stimulus. There's a different body part that's being trained at different frequency. You've got antagonistic muscles working together. So you're constantly stimulating all parts of the body every single day. And I just felt that was a better way to train it. It was the better way I could get a response. And then when you add in, right, I'm going to do a really high progressive load week. And then I'm going to do a week where I'm going to do a little bit of pre-exhaust. So I'm still going to get that maximum stimulus, but I'm just going to back it off on the load on joints. And then when you start factoring in different body parts every single week, you're getting a completely different stimulus week on week on week. So for me, in my head, it was like, my body can't adapt to anything. I know what I'm meant to be lifting, but my body can't adapt it because I'm trying something different at it every single week. And when I did a routine, when I put a mesocycle together, you wouldn't get the same thing running for about a 10, 12 week period. You'd do a different thing every week for about 12 weeks, but you'd still get a progressive load.
Because you mentioned the failure thing. How do you implement that personally speaking? Maybe you could dive into some of the details around how you implement that in a way that's sustainable, progressive, etc.
Well, training to failure is definitely a key aspect of how I train. I know a lot of people want to back off and hold something in the tank on that last rep, and they want to pull that back. But generally, I'll look at